It's time to take a look at the top 10 Minecraft mining mods of 2022. Instead of covering mods adding brand new ores and toolsets, this video will in fact focus on mods that either make mining easier and quicker or offer useful mining tools, machines or utilities to improve the mining process, or perform as a quality of life mod to make the game more fluid when mining as some form of utility mod. To see part 1 of this video, for more specifically ore and gemstone mods, click the link down in the description below. Let's begin. Number 10, Scannable. This handy future tech based mod is a smart addition for any explorer's toolset. This scanner item lets you survey nearby points of interest, offering visualized scan results for a short period in a readable manner that highlights important fundamentals in your world as on-screen overlays. The scanner supports up to 3 modules at once. Optional modules include animal detection to see entities, monster detection, entity detection for specific ones, fluid detection, block detection, a range booster, and also the two that we're mainly focusing on here, which is a common ore detection for blocks like coal and iron, and rare ore detection for others like gold and diamonds. This mod offers a useful method of locating ores a little bit easier without being too overpowered like the X-ray mod. Number 9, Actually Additions. This mod that adds various useful new utilities, machines, and foods has a very useful set of tools that can be applied for the use of mining blocks. What I'm talking about is Actually Additions drills that can be used to break blocks at the cost of 100 crystal flux energy per block, which is restored by charging them in an energizer or a CF charging device. These drills can also be dyed in order to distinguish them from others with a unique color, and various different upgrades can be installed into them by shift right clicking when holding a drill item. These drills contain 5 separate upgrade slots, although lower tiers of each upgrade type must be installed in order to install the higher tier one. You can place single batteries or other battery types in these slots in order to pull energy from those batteries rather than the CF energy option. The upgrades let you change the speed, add silk touch, fortune, and mining augments or block placing abilities to the drills to improve them in some way. Number 8, Bedrock Miner. Bedrock is not usually mineable, so a very powerful utility would be the means of mining it, right? Well, with this small mod you can acquire a stable toolset that includes both a new pickaxe as well as a breaker machine block, which both allow for the mining of bedrock. Interesting. So if you want to finally reveal the void and meddle with the powers that be, gather this resource and use it to craft a few new items and blocks whilst you're at it. You'll need to find bedrock chunks in a mineshaft or in stronghold chests as a rare loot drop and craft bedrock blocks with them. With these you can make the pickaxe to then mine real bedrock in your world and get access to the other items and blocks that it adds. The mod features both new tools and armor of the highest durability but the lowest enchantability for balance, as well as new blocks and the new machine to harvest bedrock and all the other blocks when you activate it. Number 7, Mining Lantern. In order to offer another method of casting light from the player, the Mining Lantern mod offers a simple item to do this using special shaders, meaning it's not exactly a real Minecraft light and thus will not affect mob spawning. The Mining Lantern will display on the player's back and it will change texture depending on if it's activated or not, and it can also function as a trinket which fits into a slot if you're using the bauble mod and that's present. Using the default key, which is V, or a rebinded keybind, you can activate this item to toggle it simply on or off, and it will cast light around you in order to explore more easily. Number 6, Night Vision Mining Hats. If you're too lazy to put up torches or simply don't have the means of crafting hundreds of them, be it due to a lack of materials or any other reason, you can use this mod to craft a collection of 3 different mining hats which can be used for navigating the depths below your world in the deep dark chasms. This mod offers the iron, the gold, and the diamond night vision hats, or mining hats that offer a night vision buff which lets you see underground without other means of illuminating it. Each one is crafted with the base or based helmet and then with the 3 glowstone blocks and 2 redstone blocks surrounding it. Number 5, MiningTweaks. This mod bases itself around a config file which can also be edited within the in-game GUI config editor. It basically behaves as a mod that lets you fully customize the hardness and resistance levels of any of the blocks in the vanilla base game or contained with any running mods in order to make them harder or easier to mine, affecting their mining level and changing how they naturally behave. This is particularly good for modpack authors wanting to change the game, or for people who want to make some of the base ores a little harder to gather, for an example. If you're looking to make the game into a total conversion and switch things up a little bit, you may want to get this mod to edit properties. Number 4, Mining Goggles. mods. Everyone's heard of X-Ray. Hey, I've even made a bunch of tutorials on how to use that mod or the texture pack versions. But what this mod does is it bridges the X-Ray cheat with an actual in-game item that can be applied to a real in-game situation and be used by the player to achieve a similar result to using X-Ray. The mining goggles makes ore prospecting far easier by letting you visualize ores by rendering the ores visually, and are all fully modular with buffs for mining purposes using the game's ore dictionary. These nifty little things will let you visualize ores from a distance or through blocks, letting you see them through stone for an example, although it can also be used for other blocks like wood for locating trees. You equip these goggles in the helmet slot and access the filter menu using the B key, where you can then add an ore dictionary entry to the colored filter boxes, where you can add multiple entries and a corresponding color for the rendering outline of that ore block. Number 3, mining gadgets. For a change of pace when excavating, let's focus on some technology. The Mining Gadgets mod offers something different to the usual options of pickaxes, drills, bores, robots, or quarries: lasers. You can use lasers with this mod, which perform as a series of different powered lasers which you can craft and use to eviscerate the surrounding terrain. The amazing part of this mod is that you can upgrade them with different perks and modifiers that make them far more effective or useful with gadgets that gravitate all broken blocks and dropped items towards you for an example. This is an amazing and unique mod that everyone needs to take for a spin at least once, and it's not your typical resource gathering mod because it switches things up. Number 2, Buildcraft. Buildcraft is one of the greatest technology mods of all time in my humble opinion, although the reason I'm featuring it in this particular list is for the single machine that it beholds: the quarry. The quarry is the ultimate mining tool for the collection and gathering of ores and underground blocks. The quarry is super simple to set up. You just use a set of 4 markers on the area of construction and then place down a quarry block. The quarry needs transport pipes connected to it if you want to link it up to a chest to transfer and store items that it will mine. Then you need an engine, preferably a set of engines. You can use redstone engines, although they're cheap to run, they're also prone to overheat. Oil-based combustion engines, although more expensive and require natural resources, are far more reliable, and using multiple engines works best. The quarry frame will then slowly build when activated, and then the drill will form and slowly mine layers and rows of stone in the configured area and mine them down below. Although it's a lot slower than manual player mining and less targeted, it's amazing for automated mining with minimal effort. Number 1, ore excavation. To save some serious time, this mod lets you mine entire whole veins of ore at once, but it also behaves as a tree capitator mod by letting you also cut down whole trees or perform other tool-based actions in one single go. These can be configured super simply. This mod lets you mine entire ore veins, cut down whole trees, bulk harvest, and excavate almost any configured block. It works with almost every single modded tool if it's tagged correctly as one, and you can blacklist both blocks and tools. The great thing is that you can configure the speed, size, distance, and durability cost of the excavation actions, which can all be configured in the in-game mod menu, letting you customize shaped mining and block grouping. This is a really great mod for convenience, and it makes things so much more straightforward and saves a lot of time. And that concludes the top 10 mining mods of 2022. For part 1 of this video, check down in the comments and description below, and leave a comment below which was your favorite of these 10 mods which I featured and the reason for that. Also, let me know of any useful mining mods which I didn't cover here, because I'd really like to check those out. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.